Bakit nga ba ito gumagalaw? Ito po yung mga rason. Unang-una, Kamiranda, ayan. Si Trump kasi, hindi lamang siya personality. Siya po ay policy signal generator. Ang kanyang mga tweet ay ini-interpret ng market bilang future regulation direction, bilang geopolitical stance, at ito din ay ina-acknowledge na potential monetary policy pressure. Ibig sabihin, yung mga sinasabi niya ay potensyal na maging direksyon at polisiya ng Estados Unidos. Pangalawa, sabi nga ni George Soros, no? Alam mo, ang perception, nagda-drive yan ng action. And the action drives price. And price drives reinforced perception. Ibig sabihin, huy, sa palagay ko, aakyat ito dahil sa sinabi ni Trump. Therefore, bibili siya, that's action. When action happens and you buy, the price is moving. And when the price moves, the market generates what you call a reinforced perception. Move on tayo. Okay, puntahan natin ang dollar strength. Kapag ang dollar strength, no? Kapag si Trump ay nag-push ng mas magandang dollar narrative, ano ba yung mga example ng dollar USD narrative, no? Protect the American consumers, no? Mga strong USD narrative is we're going to create more policies that's going to be supportive of our currency policies, fiscal policies. Ibig sabihin, okay, I'm going to charge you on your exports in the US using dollars. Ayan. Tataas yung dollar, di ba? Kaya nga ang nangyari noong first quarter of last year, nung sinabi niya na we're going to charge blanket tariff across the whole world, doon umalagwa ang DXY, paakyat ng paakyat, at doon bumaba ang Bitcoin. So when Trump focuses on strong dollar narrative, Bitcoin can go down. But if he talks about inflation narrative, more taxes, etc., then Bitcoin can further go up because Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation.